here we go.
All right. So this is our first podcast episode of In the Vault with In Their Honor. And I don't know about you, but looking at a camera is just something that we don't normally do.
No, this is very uncommon for us. So here we go. Get ready.
But Misty is used to like performing for an audience because she's a singer and performer with her husband.
But not in a vault.
Yeah.
This is a first.
Yes. But, okay, so we're going to start out by just introducing ourselves. So my name is Kimberly Ware. I grew up in Rockmart, Georgia, and I'm very proud of where I grew up and how I grew up and the time that I grew up in, because I feel like it was just so much simpler and in the Bible Belt. And I'm very close to several people that I graduated with. We weren't like really close in high school, but I wish that we were, because, you know, now as adults, I'm like, why weren't we closer and everything? But I love that my little town is just like an hour away. It's actually closer to Fairmount than it is, you know, to anywhere else I've ever lived.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have an older sister named Beth and a younger brother named Frank. I'll leave out their last names because, you know, they might want to remain anonymous. I'm like, I don't know her. My sister's a podcaster. No, it's really funny. So anyway, my mom and my dad both are deceased, and I'm just in this. I went to college to be a dental hygienist, and I quit in 2019, which was a perfect time to quit doing that, and got into the funeral business because of my husband, Don, but I'll let him talk about himself in another episode. He's out running around like he does, but not in a bad way. When people say their husband's running around, it's like, oh, that's not good. And Don runs around a lot. Yeah. Not in a bad way.
No.
All hours of the night.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way.
Yes. And y'all are going to hear all about it.
Yeah, you're going to hear all about that.
Yes.
But
so I will tell you about me. I'm Misty Hamilton, and I'm married to Tim, who is a professional musician, and you guys will hear more about that later. But I'm just like a jack of all trades. I do everything. But I went to mortuary school in 2019.
Yeah.
And so here we are now in the funeral business, a place that I never thought that I would be. But now I'm the funeral director, sole funeral director and embalmer at In Their Honor. And we're ready to answer all of your questions about all things funeral. What do you guys want to know?
Yeah. And we have a list of things that people have asked us, but they want to remain anonymous because most people are embarrassed that they asked it. But I'm telling you, everybody wants to know.
Yes. Some of the things that I've been asked is, what's one of the craziest experiences I've had on a service before? And I can't wait. I've got so many stories to tell you guys. Yes. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
It is going to be so fun. So, product placement brought to you by Sour Patch Kids. This helps me. This helps me a lot. So, we moved over here this year. This whole year has been moving from Jasper, Georgia, over to Fairmount. And so, how do you like Fairmount?
I love Fairmount. Which I never got to really be in Jasper,
right?
But a month with you guys, and then we were moving. So I love Fairmount because of the community.
Mm-hmm.
It's hometown. I'm from Canton, Georgia, and it's grown so big. It's not like little bitty anymore.
Right.
So Fairmount takes me back to the time when Riverstone wasn't really Riverstone. It was a 2-lane road. You remember that?
Yes.
And so now we've got 411, which is a busy highway right here, but it's like hometown.
Yes.
And I love it.
I mean, it's so hometown that yesterday, Sonoraville High School got a permit for a parade, and they shut down this highway, and they didn't care.
And I mean, we had some angry drivers waiting in line.
But we were just sitting on the back of a tailgate, like waving at everybody. The video is on Facebook, by the way. Little plug there for our Facebook. Follow us and comment and like. But Yeah, and subscribe. There you go. And it's like I just love it. It reminds me a lot of Rockmart, but Rockmart is actually bigger than Fairmount.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's probably right, because if you blink coming through here,
Yeah.
you're gonna miss us.
Yeah.
So don't blink when you're coming through. Instead, honk the horn.
Yeah.
Honk, honk.
Yeah.
Like my husband's little Corolla, it's me, me.
Yes. You know, I mean, they are saying that the parade, they were like, yeah, they're going to go through town. And I was like, and where is that exactly? Like, I
are in the town.
Yeah, we are in town. Like, I mean, we're right here. So it was basically started on our parking lot and went down, and there's a little square, Tate Square, not to be confused with the 4-way in Tate, Georgia.
Yes.
But that's where we're going to also have our grand opening. Tell them about the grand opening.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you got to come. Tate Square in Fairmount, Georgia. My husband plays with a band titled Babes by You.
Oh, let me go get the flyer.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You've probably seen them before if you're from the area, but you guys come out. It's going to be all day grand opening. Babes by You will be playing for us that evening at 7:30 on the square. It's going to be a big shebang. We got food trucks coming, balloon guy coming to do balloon art for the kiddos. We've got a bounce house. We got all kinds of fun things coming. We want you guys to come into the funeral home and see how it's been decorated. Kimberly and Dawn have done such a wonderful job. I didn't do nothing.
Yes, she did.
Wait, I did lay down tile in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I did help with that.
Yes.
But they've done such a great job. And I want you guys to see the work. And you get to see the vault.
Yeah.
Because this is an old bank and we've kept the vault.
Yes, we kept the vault. We tore out, well, there's videos showing that too. We tore out 2 walls and we kept the safety deposit boxes. So if you got anything important you want to put in there, like some money, we'll keep all the keys. You know, they'll be safe. It'll be safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we finally got it done. And that's what's been the holdup. And electricity inside the vault was an issue. So we have this beautiful chandelier that doesn't show up on film, but we'll figure it out. But point to the one that's your husband.
The good looking one right there in the black with the peach shirt, cute little dimples. That's him. That's Tim. And so they will be playing that night from about 7:30 to 9:30 probably.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys come out free.
Yeah. It's all
free show.
It's all free. Okay. So, we've told you a lot about who we are and, about our grand opening, but we're just going to take it down a few notches because we are very good at doing that. We have a lot of fun and we laugh a lot, but it's a coping mechanism because we are literally fun people, but we deal with a lot of heavy and sad things. And we are truly compassionate about what we do and the families that we get the opportunity to love on. And we feel honored that they chose us to walk them through their worst days. Now, I know I've had those worst days, and I know Misty has had those really bad days, and there's nothing more calming than to have a person that is basically just walking you through each step in a very slow manner. And then there are times that things just happen and the family will laugh, and then we know that that's our cue that we can laugh along with them because they need that too, and they need the hugs and they need all of that. So
yes, she did such a good job. That's really the real reason why I got into this, because I had a death in the family and the funeral director carried us, literally carried us through every step. And at the cemetery, I looked at my husband and said, I want to be just like her. I want to help people on the worst days of their life. And I think one of the biggest rewarding moments for me in this job is when I get a family and they had a tragic family passing and they want to see their loved one again, and I get to restore their loved one and allow them the opportunity to see their loved one one final time giving them a better memory
Mm-hmm.
than what they saw at the time of passing. And that's one of my perks, I guess, of the job, is just knowing that I'm giving the family peace and comfort in a time when they need it. And like you said, when they give that little glimmer of a smile, or then we know we can show them that we're compassionate and loving, but we're fun.
Yeah, we're a lot of fun. And they will say, thank you so much for making this light and making this easy. I mean, I feel like having a small team like we have with Dawn and Misty and myself, somebody would really have to come in and impress us, because we're just so particular about how we deal with the people that we get the opportunity to work with. And
I would call it, they're particular. I'm pretty much, for lack of a better word, I'm very anal about it, because
you're going to say you're a bulldog. I know you're a Georgia Tech fan, but I thought, is she going to say bulldog? Is she going to say she's a bulldog?
No. I am very anal about who I allow near our families. And I'm like a mama hen.
Yeah.
I just swoop in and I just protect them until I feel like they're ready to go out on their own.
Yes.
Because they're so vulnerable at that time.
And to touch on what you said about, you see how I said that? That's such a podcast thing to say. I'm going to touch on what Misty said about seeing your loved one last time. In this economy, so many people are like, simple cremation. And we have set our price so that it's helpful. It's so helpful to people right now. But I will have to say, when Misty gets done with preparing someone and sterilizing the body and cosmetizing and washing their hair and preparing them for a final goodbye, I'm telling you, hands down, people walk out of here just in a different state of mind because they had that closure. I mean, it is, every time Dawn sits down and does a pre-need with somebody, I always say, they need to do this. But so many parents are just like, nope, I just want to be simple cremation. And I'm just like, they're going to want to see you one more time. And I don't know, they feel like they're carrying through with what their parent wanted. But then I think for themselves, they're like, well, kind of wish,
I will add to that.
Okay.
I think one thing that we learned in mortuary school is that the funeral or the arrangements or whatever you want to call it, it's for the survivors.
Yes.
It's not for you, the deceased.
That's right.
So when you're making your plans for your whatever, cremation, burial, whatever, keep that in mind. It's not what necessarily you want. I mean, of course, we want to do what you want, but we want your loved ones to have peace, to closure. That's what they're seeking. That's what they need. So talk to them. Ask them, would you want to see me one more time? Because a lot of families come in and say, Mama said, no, I can't see her again. But they really do want to see Mama one more time.
Yes. And I mean, I'll touch on that. So when my mama died, which was actually a year ago yesterday, she died on August 31st and we buried her on September 11th. So I just remember that struggle she had through hospice, and hospice was amazing. So don't get that wrong. It's just that, her facial expressions were just like she was struggling, and, systems are shutting down and all that. But Misty came in and they just set the features and make them look just at peace, like they are at peace, but the facial features need to be set to look like they're at peace. And then that just helped me so much because I was nervous about seeing her, but I shouldn't have been. I should have known.
Yeah, girl.
You had me, girl.
One thing that everybody comes in and sits at my desk and they say, I don't want to see Mama like that. I don't want to see her. I want to remember her. And I I wish they would understand that I won't let them see her that way. I will make sure that she's presented like she's sleeping in at peace to the best of my ability. That's one thing I love telling all of my families is that when I look at my families and I tell them, I promise you I'm going to take great care of your mama or your daddy or your loved one. I mean that. I truly mean that. So thank you for all of our previous families. Thank you for trusting us.
Oh, I was like, I thought somebody was calling. It's probably like, oh, our time has come to an end. Yeah. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much for supporting us. We're almost at 2,000 followers on our Facebook, so follow us and like our content and everything. We'll put out the link to our podcast. We're still figuring out how to put it on Podcastle to do all the things. And so thank you so much for everything. And
what's next?
I think we need to have Don in here. And I think that he needs to talk about, we actually might push his episode first so that he can like pull you guys in with some of his removal stories. I mean, we've been on them too, but he tells them like nobody else.
Right.
We will probably have to pull another chair in because he will be like all over the place.
That's going to be so fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Well,
we did it.
Yeah, we're going to have a sign off. Yeah. It's like, I told her husband to make us a jingle. So anyway,
so
we'll do that.
Maybe we can tag it in.
Yeah. All right. Ending.